Hey, what is going on? Hey, happy Saturday. How's everyone doing? Hey, how's it going? Man, so many people in here and so many active people here right away. I love it. Thank you so much. How's it going? Happy Saturday. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Let me get this adjusted. Let's see here. Man, lots of activity. Man, thank you guys so much for being here and being here early on this Saturday. Let's see here. Who was first? Linux Tux 23. First in. All right. How's it going? Let's see, Home Lab New, Stream Hype, yeah, man. How's it going, Home Lab New? Good to see you. Null Route, how you doing? Oh, hey. Mofney, that looks like a newer name. How's it going? My bot. Hello, my bot. How's it going? I had to spin up my bot. You'll usually see that. If you're here early, you'll see my bot spin up. Still gotta work on the code to actually have it run properly. For now, I just run it locally until then. Let me turn up my headphones real quick. There, that's a little bit better. Let me save this. So what are you guys working on this Saturday, man? What are you guys working on? Hey, thank you so much for the follow. What was that? Treadstone? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Man, I'm getting a lot of echo. I know I know I have echo issues in here, but definitely a little bit more than normal. There we go. That's a little bit better for me. Hopefully it's okay for you. Man, I forgot to even put on my hat. It's right over there. I'm just kind of letting it rock right now. Nora, how's it going? Nora even said hi to the bot. I just saw that now. Hey, I said hi to the bot too. Home Lab New finally got API authentication working. All right, yes, nice. With your Lambda stuff, I think you were doing API authentication against Lambda functions in AWS, maybe? Sigor, hey, how's it going? Spacies 21, yo, what's up, boys? How's it going? Home Lab New. Turns out that Cognito authorizers in API gateways don't actually authorize your request. They just authenticate it, pass it to the actual Lambda function if the request is made by a logged in Cognito user. Oh man, that sounds pretty complicated to figure out. Glad you figured that out for sure. Dada 513, setting up GitLab. Awesome. Dada, are you the same person that was in that was actually in Discord earlier setting up GitLab too? Or maybe we have two people setting up GitLab. Awesome. That sounds super awesome and fun and pretty complex too. 3CX server today. Whoa, interesting. Fathead, what's a 3CX server? Let me get my hat real quick. Oh, I feel better. There we go. 3CX server. What is a 3CX server? I don't know what one is. Home Lab New, working more on my master's project. Nice. How's that going? Come on, lights. Seems a little dark in here. I'll brighten it up here in a second. Whenever my lights decide they want to start working. That's a little bit better? I don't know. I don't know what's normal anymore. I've been going crazy with lights in here and lighting in general. Let's see here. Takano, heyo, what's up, man? I was just wondering, hey, Sci-Fi Jeep guy, resub, tier 1, 3 months, 3 months straight. Sci-Fi Jeep guy, dude, thank you so much. Got the lights going too, man. How's it going? Thank you for the continued support, for sure. Thank you. Mafney, working on nothing, just hanging out. Hey, that's totally fine too. I enjoy just hanging out. Because then you get to kind of explore and do whatever you want and kill time and just kind of tune out. So that's quite all right. Sigor, yeah, what is a 3CX server? I totally agree. What is one? Home Lab New. Also, I got some speakers finally. Warfadale 220s with a nice amp. Nice, dude. Dude, waiting for the encore. Dude, thanks for the sub. Prime sub, thank you so much. Got the lights going too. Thank you so much. Man, thank you. Waiting for the encore. I like it. I don't know anything about those speakers, Wharfdale speakers. Sound pretty awesome. If you're excited, I bet they are pretty cool though, for sure. Yeah, let me know how they are. At some point I'm gonna get a better home audio system. Right now I just have a sound bar. It's pretty lame compared to what I used to have in college. College I had some decent speakers and stuff like that, but just ran out of space. But let me know how those are. Bad Neo, trying to find out if Neil can be installed on in an ARM device. Oh, Keel. I'm sorry. I was like, Neil? Keel. I don't know. I don't even know what Keel is. Tell me what Keel is. I haven't heard of Keel yet. Fathead, PBX server. Nice. Okay, so 3CX server is a PBX server. Man, that sounds pretty complex to set up. Yeah. So I assume you're, is it for home or for work? Because man, PBX at home sounds pretty interesting. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Linux Tux, looking for an Intel-based board as a replacement for my AMD one because I want to get ECC. Any suggestions? Man, that's a big topic. Because I just went through this. I'll have something for you guys soon. I went through something similar, Linux Tux, and so I think a couple things you have to figure out before the board is, a couple things. One, which I guess memory platform or which platform you want to be on. Do you want to be on an older one that's DDR3 or do you want to be on a newer one that's DDR4? And then from there, once you decide that, then you have a few choices for socket, and then you'll have to choose your socket. So I kind of work backwards on this one. Rather than looking for the board first, I figure out RAM type, RAM speed, and then I figure out CPU, socket, how much power I want to draw, how many cores I want, then I pick the board. So yeah, let me know. That's kind of my thought process, and I didn't even know that until just a couple weeks ago when I started doing this myself. Because with desktops, it's the exact opposite. With desktops, for me, it's, I pick the processor. Well, I guess it's not the exact opposite, but I usually pick the GPU first. I go GPU, then I go CPU, then I go board RAM, board RAM. But yeah, in servers, it kind of flips that upside down, at least for me. But let me know, man. SpaceGuard21, nice vid about WireGuard, Tim. Hey, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, hope you appreciate it. It was it was fun to figure out until it wasn't anymore. So I've had that one in my back pocket for a while because I was actually ahead of my filming game a while ago. I filmed that one probably a month and a half ago, and I've had it in my back pocket to buy me time if I were sick or if I had too much to do one week, that I could hurry up and edit that one and not have to shoot it. So anyways, yeah, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. But like I said, I had that one in my back pocket. And it's funny because Lawrence Systems, Tom just released something on WireGuard like 2 days ago. And I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. We're both on it. So anyways, had that one in my back pocket because this next one has taken me, it's still taking me 2 weeks to get going, to do right. I'll just put it that way. Hopefully I can get it done this week because man, this is the biggest one yet for me. Good WireGuard video. Thank you. Home Lab New, why do you want ECC out of curiosity? Yeah, it's a great question. I tend to ask that question too, so thanks for asking that one. Techno, still looking for an inventory system. So far, Partkeeper looks the best for my needs. Snipeit is more for asset management, like checking parts out to users and such. Then Grossy is more for grocery tracking. Funny, I know Grossy. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the ERM of grocery shopping or something. That's their tagline. Or sorry, ERP. Enterprise Resource Planning. And I know that one because, you guys know that startup I'm in is in Digital Grocery too. And so I've seen that one on the web and then open source. And then I saw it on Linux server.io. I'm like, oh man, this thing's might be taking off. But I know that one. It seems pretty awesome for sure. Yeah, so are you gonna stick with Partkeeper, Takano, or what? Fathead, got to get the SIP trunks up and running. Oh, this is for your PBX, nice. Takano, then ERP next is too advanced for my needs as it's an all-in-one solution for business to track HR, payroll, stock, assessments, etc. Yeah, it seems a little overkill for just inventory management, because I think at the end of the day, that's what you want to do, is you want to track inventory, and not necessarily for selling or anything, just so you have serial numbers. I totally agree. You should see my camera roll. It's full of like devices' serial numbers up close, and I hope I never have to refer to it again because I won't know which one it's for. But yeah, I could, let me know what you figure out, because I could use something like that too. I mean, I use a combination of my camera and a spreadsheet, and they're never in the same place at the same time, it feels like. Dada, is the video in loop? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Linux Tux, I want to be sure that my data is secure and saved. Secure saved. Oh, yeah. So it's something you're gonna, I think you're referring to ECC, definitely something you're gonna want for if you're running ZFS for sure. And I think that's what you're hinting at there. Google search anniversary 2.0 snafu that showed you some good server ports. There you go, Sigor. Dada, never mind. P. Diddy, keep track of your hours worked on the lab, LOL. Yeah, oh man, that would, I wouldn't even know. Many hours for sure. Like every second that I'm not editing or working is that. Treadstone, Tim, you're the man. Hey, thanks, appreciate it. I hope I'm a good one. Sigor, someone show me that link. Show me that link on the Discord. Yeah, thank you. Mafni, I am new. All right, I figured that was a newer name. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Dada, I'm working on Discord bot and setting up my first home lab. Nice. Yeah, we were talking then in Discord. I didn't recognize the Twitch name and linking the Twitch name and the Discord name together. Yeah, awesome. Let me know how that goes. I mean, I threw out some ideas of things you can do if you want to build your own container to put your node code in for your Discord bot. You can do that locally and then, push that up to a registry. Or you can do it during CI. So I keep my code in GitLab. Hey, Exor, yo, hey, what's up, man? Dude, resub tier 1, 5 months, 5-month streak. Yeah, man, dude, thanks so much. Thanks for the continued support, and also thank you so much for being here. Dude, how's it going? How's it going, Exor? But yeah, Dada, going back to that, so there are so many paths to choose from. Like I mentioned, I keep a lot of my personal code in GitLab, and from there I build my Docker containers during CI, and then during CI I push them up to the private registry that I get from GitLab, and then from there I deploy them to my Rancher, my Kubernetes cluster, all during CI. But that's super complex, and so, I mean, you can just take it one step at a time. You could build your Docker container locally, serve it out locally, and run it locally if you want. But yeah, I'd love to know how your journey of getting full GitLab running self-hosted works out for you. Because man, that's a huge undertaking. I'm curious. I think you'll be able to do it for sure. Love Penguin Airlines. Hey, how's it going? Love Peak R. I assume that was one of your super awesome emotes, but I can't see it, man. Sigor, that's a cool username. I think you're talking about Penguin Airlines, maybe? Yeah, I agree. Fathead, finishing up this 3CX project. Whoa. Was that twice? No. Yeah, 3CX, and that's the PBX stuff, man. Is that like an open source home PBX, or is that like an enterprise product? Are you doing this for work? You working on the weekends? Are you working on personal stuff? Hopefully personal stuff. Daniel 92 Chess. Right now I'm setting up Kubernetes cluster to learn more about the side of stuff since I've been stuck doing bare metal and or VMs now. Nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be kind of complicated if you haven't done it before, especially if you haven't done Docker before. It's a lot of port mapping, volume mapping, config mapping. But at the end of the day, it's really awesome. And some of the features of Kubernetes, if you've been following a lot of my tutorials, we haven't even been able to take advantage of. Most of it is single node, non-HA, scale of 1. So, hopefully in the future, we'll be able to take advantage of some more stuff, and you can see some of the cool stuff with Kubernetes too. I hope it goes well. Daniel, we have a Discord community too. If you need some help, there are a lot of people who just learned, are still learning, who don't want to learn or are interested in other things. So you're more than welcome to join. And then there's some people who have done it for a while too, which is super helpful to have people from all walks and all experiences in there. Mafni, I was trying out Proxmox for the first time and I found your video very helpful. So I wanted to check out your stream. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, what do you want to get out of Proxmox, Mafni? I mean, obviously, maybe virtualization, maybe LXC containers. What are you looking to virtualize? Or what's your first workload on there, I think is a better fitting term for that. Yeah, let me know. Easton, hey, how's it going? Haven't seen that name in a while. Hey, P. Diddy. Dude, dude, thank you so much. P. Diddy gifted a tier 1 sub to Daniel92 Chess. Welcome. Hey, dang, P. Diddy, dude, thank you so much, man. You're going crazy on the gifting. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. Daniel Chess, enjoy your gifted sub from P. Diddy. Yeah, for sure. You also get some additional perks if you join the Discord, and more to come on that too. I've been having something going on the side. It's just taking a little bit longer than I thought. But dude, P. Diddy, thank you so much for the support. Easton, hello, back after 2 weeks. Married in here for the conversation. Hey, yeah, how did the wedding go? Yeah, hopefully it went well. Hopefully you're doing okay. It sounds like it if you're back here and in the channel. Hope it was everything you wanted it to be. So hope it went well. No route. I prefer asterisk for my PBX. Okay, I work for a phone company and I got a SIM card that's directly connected to my PBX. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Let me think this through. I work for a phone company and I got a SIM card that's directly connected to my PBX. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. So you can pop in the SIM in any device and make calls as if you're at home or wherever this PBX is. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Fathead, it's easy and it's for my company. All right, all right. Well, the easy part is all right, but if it's for your company, it's the weekend, man. But that's awesome. You're doing something you enjoy, obviously, or you wouldn't be doing it on the weekend, or you might be forced to be doing it. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's the former more than the latter. Man, my lights are going kind of crazy back there. I think my bot is getting a little, maybe? All right, change the lights. I need to, okay. Did I stop it? I stopped it. All right, there it goes. It was getting a little crazy. I've noticed that these Broadlink devices, I don't know, they're kind of hit or miss, and maybe it's my LED panels that are back there, the infrared. It's kind of hit or miss whether I know that the Broadlink sends out the signal, but sometimes my devices don't see it. And you know, there's no acknowledgement or anything. It's just fire and forget. So they just blast out IR, and hopefully whatever is listening for IR, or looking, I should say, because it's light, then responds. But sometimes it doesn't. I've never seen it get caught in flash mode before, but quick fix, I got the remote right here. Spacies, so how's your new server? Sorry, let me get another drink. It's funny, Saturdays, you know, I say probably, 100 words up until this stream. I'm usually, just thinking, fixing, preparing for tomorrow, because tomorrow's the day I usually film stuff, and just thinking a lot of stuff through, doing some light chores and stuff like that, so I barely say anything. And then as soon as I get on this stream, I'm just like yelling. So it's like I got to get warmed up a little bit. But Spacies, so how's your new server build going? Any new ideas? Yeah, it's going good. It's going real good. It's already, well, I won't spoil it. You guys know I'm building something. Hopefully, I'm spoiling a little more than I usually do. Hopefully that's out next Saturday. I have a ton to do. I've learned a ton too. I've learned a lot more about Proxmox. I've learned a lot more about Kubernetes, well, K3S, Rancher, NIC teaming, bonding, you name it. So learned a lot of stuff. And at the meantime, as you guys know, I'm also like reconfiguring my whole entire network. And so I keep running into hiccups along the way. And so it's kind of slowing me down. Anyways, yeah, the servers are built, and server is built and racked, and ready to go. I'm already running some workloads on it, running some tests, and everything's fantastic so far. There were a few hiccups along the way that you'll see when I release that video. Few hiccups, but for the most part, it's working exactly like I planned it, which is incredible, because I've never usually, at least with me, unless I'm building a desktop PC, that's pretty easy. But anything more than that, especially if things, less familiar territory, I always run into like some huge roadblock that's like, okay, now I gotta either change paths or do something different. And there's only been like 2 or 3 minor things like that only set me back, you know, like a day. So anyways, yeah, lots of good stuff. I think this is gonna set me up nicely for this next year, for 2021 and beyond. Hopefully this lasts a little bit longer than that. I need some ROI on this because it was not cheap. But at the same time, got to learn a ton. And got to add some more stuff to my rack, which is awesome. It's I don't want to say it's complete because I'm going to do a lot more reshuffling now that I kind of have this idea for my new infrastructure. So yeah, good question. More to come. And I'm honestly hoping it gets out next Saturday. We'll see. We'll see. I burned my get out of jail free card with my WireGuard video. That was my get out of jail free card. That was, I'm sick, I'm on vacation, I disappeared. No, not disappeared because it wouldn't get edited. But that was my video that I had in my back pocket for times like this, where I'm like, okay, I can't get this done in 1 week. I still want to stick to my schedule. And so now I burned that. And so I don't have a get out of jail free card now. So this one's got to go out. But anyways, yeah, good question. I'm super excited about it. And I keep talking about it. I shouldn't talk about it as much, but I'm glad you're excited too. Fathead, dude, thanks for the sub, man. Dude, thank you so much. Tier 1, Fathead, thank you so much. And for anyone who's new here, it says FT Head. A while back, a couple weeks back, I was asking him how to pronounce it, and he said it was Fathead. So I'm not just calling him Fathead because I think that's the way he wants to be called. It's because it is Fathead. He told me to say Fathead. Dude, Fathead gifted Tier 1 sub to the Quantum Penguin. Ooh, Penguin Airlines and the Quantum Penguin. The Quantum Penguin Airlines. You got some competition there. No, on the name, or some brotherhood. The Quantum Penguin. Enjoy your gifted sub from Fathead. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. But yeah. So, anyways, yeah, going back to that, I don't mean to keep talking about it. Thank you for asking. I could talk about it all day, but I think I'll wait, and then I'll have a lot to talk about because there will be lots of things to talk about in that regard for next Saturday. So, but yeah, great question. Fathead, working on a YouTube video for it. Working on it. Oh, nice. You are, dude, Fathead. Fathead, dude, thank you so much, man. Dude, gifted sub. The original iLuke Ace. Enjoy the gifted sub from Fathead, dude. Oh my gosh. Fathead, dude, thanks for the gifted sub. The original Luke Ace. Enjoy the gifted sub from Fathead, dude. Sci-Fi Jeep guy. Oh my gosh, this is going crazy, man. Sci-Fi Jeep guy gifted 3 subs, dude. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys are blowing me up, dude. That's I don't even know what to say, and you can tell when I start saying dude, man, dude, and all of that. That's when I'm kind of lost for words. So, dude, thank you so much. Sci-Fi Jeep guy gifted 3 tier 1 subs. Brown Sugar. All right, Brown Sugar. Oh man, that name. B-Horst is what I'm gonna say, and Bidar. Enjoy your gifted sub from Sci-Fi Jeep guy, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh man, dude. I can't even keep up. Oh my gosh, dude. You guys are, man. My house is gonna burn down. All the lights are going crazy. Oh man. Fathead gifted 2 more gifted 2 more tier 1 subs. Treadstone. Malachi 28, enjoy your gifted sub from Fathead. And then, dude, P Diddy, oh my gosh, dude, P Diddy, man. I don't even know what to say. P Diddy gifted 10 tier 1 subs. Oh my gosh, you guys are going crazy. Oh, man, dude, thank you so much. A little overwhelmed. Thank you. Dude, P. Diddy, all you guys, thank you so much. Francis Guteza, Artifacts, Umbra, F. Deathan, Mathny, Stanford, Sanderstar, Hackero, Privan, Hazapi, Hot Rod Nerd. Enjoy your gifted subs from P. Diddy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh man, oh my gosh, you guys, dude, thank you so much. Oh man, Treadstone. Oh man, this is going crazy. Level 5 complete. I don't even, oh man, level 5 hype train. Oh my gosh, you guys. dude, Treadstone, thank you so much too. 5 gifted subs. Bad Neo, Stabby Zaddy, Ackermanf, Evade 1507, and DJOS 1991. Enjoy your gifted sub from Treadstone. Dude, thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, the hype train is like so crazy right now. Level 5, that's insane. That's insane. I never would have guessed any of this, especially not 9 months ago when I started, but especially not this morning when I was thinking about today's stream. So guys, thank you so much, man. Really, truly appreciate it. And like I say, like, yeah, like absolutely just being here and having conversations and hanging out is more than I could ever ask for. And all of this is just, man, insane and crazy. And so, man, thank you so much. Daniel 92 Chess, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where I left off. Yeah, I think you did too. I think you guys did break me. I'm just like, oh man, where do I even go from here? The alerts won't stop, which is awesome, insane. Dude, thank you so much. Hopefully I read off everything that happened in there. I think I did, and if I didn't, feel free to call me out because it's just there are so many messages now in my Stream Elements list that I hopefully I got to them all. So thank you. Yeah, I need to do a sudo reboot. Sudo reboot -P. Oh no, that's shutdown. -H now. Yeah, for sure. Sudo reboot. Boom. Cause man, I'll let him go. They should chill out. But man, that is awesome. Wow. So yeah, how do I even follow that? Let's go. Let's see here. Yeah, thank you guys. I should say it one more time. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Where was I? Oh my gosh. No route. PC Geek. Hey, how's it going? Just saw your hey. How's it going, man? Good to see you. No route. I set up a connection to my contacts with a separate line. Then I can dictate what number I want to dial out. I use it for personal number, throwaway number, and a business number. Nice. So it's like you got your personal, your business, and your burner all in one. That's pretty awesome. I know very little about PBX systems, but I'm still super intrigued. There's something still about having a phone that you could just pick up and use, and that sounds awesome. But I mean, obviously you can with a mobile device, but it's a little bit different when you have a handset. But yeah, sounds awesome, man. I don't, like I said, don't know a ton about them, but they're super interesting. It's like a whole another world that I don't even understand. Maybe one day I'll dive in a little bit. Fathead, Sigor sent you a whisper, so I don't self-promote. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Nora, oh, by the way, if anyone is looking for a good IPAM or DCIM tool, check out Netbox. Nice. I hear a lot about Netbox lately, for sure. Oh, man. Mafni gifted a tier 1 sub to Main Kule Mitan. Dude, Mafni, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the gifted sub. Enjoy it. Main Kuli Maitan, thank you. Enjoy it. Oh my gosh, you guys are going crazy. Fusion Spy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Fathead, thanks for the bits, man. Oh man, PogChamp, for sure. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Dude, Fusion Spy. Thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. Man, you guys, I want to make sure I get to your stuff too, and then I don't overlook any of this too. So yeah, I really appreciate it. If I miss one of these things that are happening, feel free to call me out and say, hey, you didn't read my message. It's just all happening so fast. But thank you again. Thank you so much. Where were we? Thank you guys. Man, this is so crazy. No route. You can use Notion for simple inventory management. I haven't heard of Notion. So that one's probably for you. Takano, like totally lost my train of thought. I can't even remember names right now or threads. But thank you. Let me see. Fathead, I use Netbox for my inventory. Okay, so you can use Netbox for inventory too? For devices? Oh man. Just heard of Netbox. Yeah, I've been hearing Netbox a lot. People have been commenting on YouTube. And I think there was a video like last week that appeared in my from the algorithm. It actually might have been, I think it was Network Chuck talking to the creator of Netbox, I think. If I recall this correctly, I think it was like last week. But yeah. Fathead, oh my gosh. Fathead, dude, thank you so much. 500 bits, dude, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Want to do a collab on 3CX or Netbox at Techno Tim. Man, dude, thank you. I know very little about it. I need to look more into it. Like I said, I think it was Netbox. Correct me if I'm wrong. That Network Chuck just did kind of an interview with last week with the creator of Netbox, and I might be wrong. This is totally going from memory, and it's going from the suggested video from YouTube. So let me know. But yeah, I would like to know more. People seem genuinely interested in it, and I don't know enough about it. So before I can commit to anything, I need to know more. So that's on my list now of things to look up. Appreciate it. Takano, yeah, probably sticking with Parkkeeper. Only downside is that it doesn't natively support serial numbers and such. I was also looking at Netbox and rack tables as well. Nice. Morsky, that looks like a newer name. Thanks for all the awesome videos. Thank you. Really an inspiration to get my own home lab set up. Thank you. That's what I'm going for. Just trying to inspire people and let people know it's not as crazy and as scary as you think. And you can start on something as simple as a virtual box before you even commit to hardware. So yeah, I think all of this stuff is awesome and fun. And that's one thing that I mention every now and then is like, you don't, you can start as simple as Raspberry Pi, but you can even start simpler with something like VirtualBox or any kind of virtualization software on your own machine that you're on now, unless it's a mobile device, and get started today, and then just build your way up. So I appreciate that. Thank you. No route. Yeah, Netbox is great for network inventory. Notion is more of a general notes-taking organizer tool. I like it because I use Google Keep right now, and it's bare bones. It's a bare bones note-taking app, and I know there are other note-taking apps out there, but I don't know. I need something more, especially when it comes to inventory. Serial numbers for sure, because I have no idea. My inventory right now for serial numbers is this phone. I take a picture of it really close, but then I can't add notes or anything like that. So yeah, good. I'll have to check this out too, because I might need some of that in my life. Straighten some stuff out, or at least store stuff in another system, so that I don't have to store it all up here. Because when I start storing it all up here, I lose other things. That's what I feel like. Daniel Chess, I can also vouch for Netbox as an IPAM, DCIM. We used it at work, a small size optic fiber ISP. Nice. For over a year now, and we're very happy with it. I gotta check it out. XR, yo, man, I'm just getting caught up to these, man. How you doing? Takano, the only way people have gotten serial numbers is to use extra parameters and just add all the serial numbers for every one of them that you have. So it sucks. It has been a feature request for a couple years now, and it has just been sitting there marked as future. Has already gone through forward version updates, so yeah. I get it though on software development, because I develop software, and I think you just have to get enough people to say they want it. So find all your friends, tell them to go thumbs up that issue, star that issue, comment on that issue, because that's how product owners for products know that it's important to people. So yeah. Null Route 3CX is an enterprise product. Asterisk is a free and open source. Nice. All right. Man, so many notes today. I love it. I love it when I get to write in my notebook, because those are things I don't understand or want to know more about. Asterisk. I got to write nice, because usually on Sunday I'm like, what the heck did I write down? Chusey, hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah, thank you guys for all of this information, because these are things I love to look up later. PC Geek, still working on moving containers to point at my new DB server. Nice. I think you were doing some work with LXC containers too, man. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. I totally get why you'd want to do LXC for some things, because you get an IP, and sometimes an IP is way easier than dealing with IP plus port. Because yeah, otherwise sometimes you got to put a load balancer in front of it, and then yeah, and because if you want to refer to it by DNS name and they have the same port, then you need a load balancer in front of it to parse the HTTP header or whatever. So not fun. But yeah, how's that going, man? Takano, gonna have to head out for 30 minutes, in 30 minutes or so, but I'll see you guys in a bit. Yeah, thanks, dude. Thanks for stopping in. I thought we were gonna hear about Christmas lights today. I thought for sure. With Thanksgiving, you know, only what, like a week and a half away? Yeah. Fathead, well, it's free for a year. Nice. Dada, thanks for the advice. I have to go now because of time zones. All right, yeah, thanks for stopping in, for sure. No, Rob. Yeah, I meant free as in freedom, yeah. P. Diddy, I just got my new LSI card. Still waiting on the cable though. Nice. Isn't that a bummer when you only get part of the thing you need to complete the whole? Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah, I've been there many times. There have been many weeks where I plan a build, I order everything on Monday, and I get everything, you know, by Friday, ready to build for the weekend, and then I'm missing one thing. Yeah, I had this in my last one too. With one of the new things I have coming. But anyways, yeah, it's a bummer, man. Soon after you get your LSI card, then you'll have TrueNAS up and going, right? Fathead, and it's a business. When you run your own, and when you run your own company, you're always working. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, for sure. PC Geek, thanks for the Discord links. Sigor, all hail the Discord hive mind. Zombie. P. Diddy, one of us. Yeah. HomeLab New, how are you finding your Ubiquity gear a few weeks after Techno Tim? HomeLab New, hey, good question. I talked about this a little bit on Tuesday, and I think I was a little hard on it, which I deserve to be. Anyone does. I mean, anyone, you know, any kind of critical feedback doesn't mean it's a bad product altogether. I really enjoy it. The one thing I don't enjoy is I just had this terrible, I don't know if it's a bug, I don't know if it's because I migrated things from my Docker instance of the Ubiquity network controller over to the physical version of the network controller that's inside of my Cloud Key and inside of my UDM Pro. But I just, you know, I never thought that I would have to work so hard at just finding my device in their list. Like, you know, I spin up a new virtual machine. It has a brand new MAC address. And from there, oh yeah, I got a new badge. Yeah, I'm going to share that. Okay. And then from there, you know, I should see my device appear in DHCP. But they don't have like a traditional DHCP view. You know, when you like in anything, like Sophos, pfSense, you just go on your DHCP leases, you're like, yeah, there it is. You know, could have been microseconds ago and it's there. For some reason, in Unify, the network controller, or UDM Pro, their DHCP, I mean, I know it's using DHCPD, but their UI, something's weird. Something gets cached, or maybe it's in the Insights tab and I'm not looking at it properly, or I imported a whole bunch of ones that were old IPs from before. Anyways, I had the hardest time getting my UDM Pro, or I should just say the DHCP or the clients or Insights areas, to show the right host name for machines. I end up having to forget them, and then if you forget one, it basically removes the device from there. You know, if it was DHCP, it'll just remove all the metrics that track for it and everything, and then it won't show up for a long time. And the machine's there, I can ping it and everything. But anyways, overall, like, I love the capabilities I got. I love just being able to simply deploy, you know, a VLAN and have it appear everywhere, you know, within seconds. Applying firewall rules is kind of okay. The UX is a little bit weird, so the user experience is a little bit weird. Every time you add a rule, it throws you back 2 screens, and I got to go back in 2 screens just to make it change again. I really wish they had a clone option for some of my firewall rules. You know, I mean, these are kind of, I feel like some basic features that a lot of other firewalls have. I would love to just say clone above, clone below. And then, after I clone a rule, let me make the changes later. But, they don't have anything like that. So overall, love the hardware. Software, it's software. It's ever changing, and hopefully it evolves to be better. I keep waiting and hoping that they release new firmware and new network controller and that fixes all the bugs I have. So, but you have that with a lot of things, I mean, a lot of software. I mean, think of the apps on your phone, think of the apps on your desktop, think of even server stuff, I mean, I've been pretty public about it. There's a bug in TrueNAS right now that's killing me. And I love TrueNAS, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to go away from it or that I think it's a bad product. But TrueNAS has a crazy bug right now with iSCSI. Like if you create an iSCSI drive and you're on TrueNAS, you're not getting any more than 20, 30 megabits per second on a gig link. And so, and maybe that's my fault for jumping all in, on a brand new release. But that's software. I mean, I write bugs in software every day. And so I don't mean to be, critical, but I will be vocal because for most of the time you pay for this stuff either with your time or money, and so both of those are fair game when talking about stuff. So, anyways, overall, love it. There's a few bugs that kill me that I lose a lot of time with, but you'll have that with all software, and that's the nice part about this is that it is software. They can patch it, they can update it, but it needs to be prioritized. Hopefully, they're making some of the simple things a priority. I know a lot of people have been very vocal about the really advanced stuff, but I think I need to be more vocal about the very easy stuff or the stuff you would expect to work. Because I honestly don't have a ton of need for the really advanced things that people are doing and wanting and saying, well, pfSense can do this, well, pfSense can do this, or any other thing can do that. I just want simple stuff to be fixed, like UI bugs and finding my clients in my DHCP list, which is this whole entire client section or the insight section. I'm never sure which one to look at. So, but yeah, good question. I could talk about it all day because I've been living it for 2 weeks. But overall, I'm super satisfied. Whenever I go down and look at my rack and I see it, I'm like, that is awesome. So I'll take the bad with the good. Because I got a lot of capabilities and I'm able to do everything I need. It's just the things that I think should work don't always work the way they should. Anyways, great question. Telias, with a new AMD CPU series, you have no excuse not to upgrade. You'll then have enough available threads to upscale on your next tutorials. Telias, yeah, I agree. Those, yeah, but the new AMD CPUs are so hard to get a hold of, just like NVIDIA GPUs. It's hard to get a hold of those things. So, yeah, you'll see what I chose. You'll see what I chose. Hard to get a hold of though. And then, desktop class ones open another can of worms too. And not that they're not great processors, but when you throw them in server boards, then you got to worry about stuff like no APU, then a board with IPMI. And so opens a lot of can of worms going with the desktop class processor and running it as a server when you go AMD. And the board doesn't have even a VGA or IPMI. So those are some of the challenges I ran into and some of the trade-offs and decisions I had to make for sure. But yeah, great comment. Treadstone, convinced my boss to let us move from Hyper-V to Proxmox, finally moving free of Windows. Wow, that's a huge leap. Well, great job at convincing your boss to do that. That's crazy, because usually people, things I used to hear in the enterprise was, Microsoft saying, well, you already own it, you should use it. Basically saying, you have a service contract and we have a license agreement. Why not just use it? And I assume you did for that Windows device. So that's crazy. They just let you go with Proxmox. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Proxmox in the enterprise. This is the first time, honestly, that I've heard it being used in the enterprise. I know people talk about it on the internet, but I've never heard it firsthand. So yeah, let me know how it goes. Are you going to set up clustering and high availability and all the cool stuff? Yeah, let me know. HomeLab Nude. Also, does anyone have any suggestion for testing Python 3 Lambda functions in AWS? I don't. I just wrote my first, couple hundred lines of Python a couple months ago, and I wrote some unit tests, but I don't. I wish I did. If anyone knows, HomeLab News, looking for it. Easton, it was happy, beautiful, and really happy. That's about your wedding. Wow, I'm way behind. Here we go. Exor, dig the light. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it just went crazy for a while. Mafni, just trying it out, but I was wondering, but trying out containers and GPU pass-through both on Windows and Linux. Nice, for Proxmox. All right. I noticed that people get really interested in it passing through a GPU to a virtual machine. And, that's what got me on Proxmox. That whole entire, everything, I basically owe everything I've been doing so far on my need for passing through a GPU, because that started this whole thing. That was my first foray into Proxmox, was maybe I can shut down my old desktop that's, doing some encoding and virtualize it. And that's how I went down this rabbit hole. and I love it. But it's super fun. It's super fun. And plus, like, I don't know. Once you do get a GPU pass through, then you start to realize, oh, now I can make use of this old GPU that's been in a box forever. So yeah, awesome. Daniel92 Chess. Oh yeah, whoop. Thanks, PDD. Guess I'll have to wait a month to pay that sub if I want to go through with. Yeah. No pressure there. Francis Kutezia. Hello, Techno Tim. Have you tried creating an rclone mount container with Rancher Kubernetes? I haven't. I have not. It sounds interesting. I understand what you're going for, but I haven't yet. I've done, I have some storage stuff coming for Rancher and Kubernetes here soon. But it's not an rclone mount for sure. But it sounds interesting. What are you trying to do? Brad Bunny, hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. You could give to someone else to keep the train going. Oh man, you guys are awesome. Penguin Airlines, speaking of hiccups, I added a user to one of my services and it caused the node to die. Really weird. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, sorry. Curious what the service was. Oh, was the username sudo shutdown now? Yeah, good one. That's like the Bobby drop tables. Oh man, now I'm getting caught up because here's all the thank yous from all the subs. Thank you. Oh man. Keep scrolling. This is the longest I've ever had to scroll. Keep scrolling. Man, you guys are awesome. Keep scrolling. I can't even find a comment. There was so much activity. Here we go. P Diddy. I think we broke Tim. Yeah, for sure. Linux Tux. I should go with DDR4 ECC RAM. Do I need buffered or unbuffered one? What did you use in your last build? Oh, that's a great question. So I did use ECC. So I used registered RAM. Did I go with buffered or unbuffered? That is a great question. I don't know. I feel like I should look this up. I can in 2 seconds, and so you don't have to wait a week to figure it out. Hopefully you can't see my screen now. You're seeing like all my past Amazon purchases of it's nothing scary. You know what? I will, all right, I'll do one more search and I'll let you know. Buffered or unbuffered? Oh yeah, it's not you, that's me. I'll let you know. Linux Talks, ping me in Discord, I'll let you know for sure. Whether it's buffered or unbuffered. I don't see anything in the specs that tells me either way. I'll be completely honest with you, full transparency, I don't even understand the difference between the two. I'm showing my vulnerability, but I like doing that because I definitely don't know everything. But yeah, I will. Yeah, ping me in Discord. I'll try to find. I'll show you the model that I used, and then maybe that'll help you decide. Let's see here, Francis. I'm gonna go with Francis. Could you please explain your setup for your local DNS to use bind 9? My local DNS, so I use Pi-hole. Yeah, this is kind of a longer one. But my DNS, my local DNS, I actually, it's odd now with my UDM. Not odd, but sometimes UDM will resolve names, and for the ones it can't, like static leases. One sec. Ackermanth, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. I should look real quick. Where do we go? I'll start here. Like I was saying, I use UDM Pro, and then I use Pi-hole, and then my UDM Pro does name resolution first if it can find it, and if they were DHCP leases, which most are. Then for anything it can't figure out, it sends off to Pi-hole, which then Pi-hole will resolve. So this is all my local DNS stuff. And so I'm not that I know of using Bind9. I'm just using a combination of my UDM for its leases and what it knows about, and then everything else it sends to Pi-hole. And then in Pi-hole, I do have to create some local DNS entries in there. I totally wish that that UDM could create those entries in there. And it's because it's always unclear to me, and if a name is going to resolve until I ping it, which sucks, because I don't want to always have to do that. But I mean, I guess that's how it works. If I have a static IP, there's no way that device could have registered anywhere because it never asked for a DHCP lease to begin with. So I mean that's kind of my setup. It's pretty basic, not as complex as I guess I made it sound. But for the most part, it works pretty good. I just wish that Pi-hole could manage all of my DNS, and that my UDM Pro would forward the DNS. I don't even know if it's possible, but forward those requests or to register host names in Pi-hole for me, because I only want to look in one place. But right now it's like I kind of have to do this guessing game. Do I see it in UDM? Okay, it's in the client's list. And then I ping it and it's not responding. I'm like, oh, okay, that's because it's a statically assigned IP address. And so now I got to go create an entry in Pi-hole. So anyways, wish it was a little bit simpler. But that's my DNS solution right now, for sure. It's been interesting to figure out, but it's working okay. And now that I have the system down and I understand what to do when, because man, tracking down DNS issues are super hard. I don't even want to get started on then like DNS inside of containers trying to resolve host names for local DNS, because that gets a little crazy too. But let me know if that answers your question. No route. If you want to learn more about PBX system, I'm on Discord. Open to questions. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I don't even know where to begin, but I will, because I think that sounds kind of fun to tinker with at some point. Captain Tidbit, hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Let's see here. Mainkuli, I want to pronounce your name properly. Mainkuli Meeton, any ideas? Does low profile GTX 1050 Ti fit in a 2U or 3U racks? Hey, hopefully you're still here. I'm a little bit behind. So I have a 1050. I don't have a Ti. And my 1050 and my 1650 both take up 2 slots. So it all depends on your server. I have a 2U server, my Dell R710, which I've modified slightly so that I could fit a 1050 in there. So moral of the story is, as long as a server supports a PCI 2 slots worth of PCI Express devices, absolutely it'll fit, because those cards are going to take up 2 slots. It's hard to find ones that take up 1 slot. I just went through that. I mean, there's I think a 1030 low profile, and then there's a lot of other ones. There's Quadro cards and all of that. But 2U, it should fit for sure, because I have a 1650 and a 1050. I've put them both in my Dell R710, and those are 2U height. So yeah, because I think on most of those devices, you only end up getting 2 PCI Express slots. I've been figuring this out, but on my 1U server, I'm spoiling it, I only get 1 PCI slot. On my 2U server, I get 2 PCI slots. So yeah, that's kind of what I see happening. But let me know if that helps. Oh man, more bot thank yous. Love Netbox Fathead? Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Fusion Spy. I found, here we go. I'm gonna take off my glasses for a minute because my eyes are getting crazy. Just found you from your network upgrade YouTube video. I had to come by and say hello. Fusion Spy, hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it, welcome. Yeah, that was a super fun one to do. I don't know, I have fun when I get to be a little bit more creative than tutorials, so I appreciate it. They might, if you pay them on the side, like the PCI adapter. Oh yeah, so yeah, true. Seagore, otherwise I think 4 uses is the smallest that allows it to be installed normally. Yeah, so if you do vertical, okay, so if you do vertical, yep, it's gonna take 4, I think. If there's a riser in there, and that riser has 2 slots, then you can fit either one card that takes 2 slots or 2 1 slots. And so the 1050 and the 1650 both take 2 slots. So if you have a riser that goes up and then has 2 slots there, you can plug it in the top one and then you'll have enough for 2 slots. I think you can see that in one of my videos. I think my home lab tour, I take I have a video shot of the back of my Dell R710 and you can see my 1050 hanging out the back. So yeah, check that out. Let's see here, +1 for Netbox. I use it for poor man's IPAM and rack management. Nice. Seagore, I think someone posted the method video from Network Chuck on Discord. Nice, thank you, because I think that's where I saw it, so thank you. Penguin Airlines, yeah, Network Chuck did that interview. The guy is not the creator though, he's affiliated with the project. Okay, it's focused more around data center inventory management. Oh yeah, because that whole video, they were like knocking Excel spreadsheets. I think that was the opener for it, about like, hey, you know, just how bad managing some of that stuff in Excel spreadsheets is. Seagore, Google Keep equals. You need one more equals if that's JavaScript. Cloud Notepad. Yeah, I totally agree. I wish it was a little bit more. I don't know what more I want from it. I mean, you can paste images in there. It's kind of nice. Links, you know, they'll give you a link preview. Formatting is terrible. But yeah, most note-taking apps are pretty basic. I guess I get spoiled with VS Code and, you know, nice formatting and stuff like that. And maybe I should just start writing all of my notes in Markdown or something, because I think in Markdown sometimes. But yeah, I need to find something better, because Google Keep's really nice to jot something down fast. But sometimes I want things, I want a little more richness in editing, you know, and maybe it's just not the right tool. Mafni, I kind of have an app for inventory, or it can be repurposed that way. Nice. Bad Neo, any way to automate updates of your workloads in Rancher after you push a new image to Docker Hub? Yeah. So Bad Neo, there's a couple things you can do. One is if you're using a CI and CD pipeline, like I do, and I have a video on it, what you can do at the end, after you build that Docker container and send that Docker container up to your registry, then you can tell Kubernetes to pull the latest. And they're very basic, but that's how it works. You say, hey, go pull latest. And then that way you're not doing it on a timer, you're doing it just in time, right? Like, hey, I just uploaded this new container or this image, go pull it. The other thing is I hear a lot about is Watchtower. And so Watchtower can watch over a lot of containers and kind of do this for you too. Which can be nice, and is probably half the reason why Docker Hub now has throttling or rate limiting they're starting to enforce or going to enforce. But Watchtower might be something that you want to look into. The only thing is with Watchtower, I think they have an allow list and a block list. And I think by default, everything's allowed. And so for me, I want to do the opposite, right? I have CI for most of my stuff. The other stuff I'll update when I want to. And then some of the stuff I want to update as soon as it's available. So some examples are my own personal code. I want that to update as CI. So when I build a new Docker bot and I store that in GitLab registry, I want to go and upgrade my Kubernetes workload immediately. An example of things I don't want to update automatically are things like I don't know, Nextcloud, right? Where it's like, I want that to be more controlled. You know, I probably shouldn't be pinning to latest because who knows the next time I accidentally upgrade if something's going to go wrong. So those are the kinds of things you'll have to think about too. If everything's pinned to the latest tag and you have everything updating automatically, it might be unclear when something goes wrong. You know, Rancher's definitely not one you want pinned to latest because, you know, who knows? They could deploy a breaking change or a bug in one version and you don't catch it. But that's all possible too, even if you did it yourself. You know, and then there's the last case where I think that latest is a great use case and I want it updated automatically, like my Minecraft server, right? That's such a pain to figure out because if you don't upgrade your Minecraft server, you know, everyone upgrades their Minecraft client. Then your Minecraft server says, hey, I'm on an old version. And then no one with the, you know, new client can connect to the old version. So things to think about. If it's your own personal code, I would say do it during CI. That might become kind of complicated. If it's not, and they're just, you know, public Docker images that you have containers running, you could look into Watchtower. Haven't used it. I've read into it. I read into it enough to know where I would apply it, but haven't been able to do that successfully or put the time into it. So hopefully that helps, Bad Neo. Spaceys, just curious, do you do some offsite backups in case of your house, fire in your house? Yeah, absolutely I do. Absolutely I do. So I have a 3-1. I would argue kind of 2. Have something more on that later. So I have a 3-1, I guess, backup strategy, kind of. 2-1, I don't know which one it is. But anyways, I do back up my stuff to the cloud, so offsite backups. I use Backblaze. I've used it for a while. I've used CrashPlan a lot before that. Loved CrashPlan. CrashPlan went away. Well, they didn't go away. I shouldn't say that. They're actually a local company here too. Their home plan kind of went away and changed into a professional plan, which doubled the price, which I get it. But at the same time, you know, just basically said like we're not going to focus on home, which I totally get it. They were probably losing money doing that for people uploading terabytes of data and only paying $5 a month. So anyways, I use Backblaze. I have a link in Discord. I think it's under, I don't know, support links or something like that. You can use that. You can check it out. I think they have a free trial. I think it's pretty awesome. You know, it is set it and forget it. I do get the reports of when things backed up, how much data I have in the cloud. You know, some people have criticized it. I will say this. Some people have criticized it because what are their criticisms? Not necessarily that it's not secure, but that doesn't support zero trust. And so, you know, some people have criticized that, hey, I need to actually put my key in this form for you to then decrypt my backup, to then show me the screen of my files that are backed up. And some people think that handoff there shouldn't be there. So anyways, you're welcome to check it out. I have a link in support links in Discord, or just go to backblaze.com. It's pretty awesome. They don't pay me to say that. I just, I've been using them for years, had zero problems. It's fantastic. Set and forget it. Hopefully that helps. Fathead, get a hold of me on Discord. We can discuss. Yeah, for sure. Home Lab New, check out Restic. Great tool for exactly that. I need to check out Restic. I don't know anything about Restic. You guys know so many great tools. Restic. I better write legibly, or I will never be able to read this again. Fusion, is it Fusion's Pie or Spy? I'm gonna go with Spy, because Spy in Japanese means salty, I think. Anyways, in regards to the network upgrade video, not sure of your budget. Yeah, me neither. But if you get a chance to check out a firewall, I highly suggest Checkpoint's SG1500 series with a full subscription. It would run you around about $1,500, $1,000 to $1,500, but it's worth it. Personally, I have one with a FireEye NX behind it. Nice. Yeah, I kind of spent my budget on networking, hopefully for the next, I'm hoping at least 5 years. We'll see though. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I have honestly, I've heard of Checkpoint, but I've never heard of the SG1500. So I don't know enough about it. But yeah, I've definitely spent my network budget for a long time. The only thing I could possibly need in the future is more ports, possibly. I'm learning that really quickly. I'm debating if I should have went with a 48 port because of some things I want to do, or if I need to do more 10 gig because I only have two 10 SFP plus ports. So yeah, thank you for that. Home Lab New, this is a long shot, but does anyone here run Meraki at home? Yeah, that's a great question. Meraki was in the running for me when I was looking for, solutions, entire solutions or ecosystems to buy into. I thought it was awesome. A buddy of mine that I talked with, he loves Meraki. They use Meraki at work. When I was starting to compare prices, I was like, man, this is almost like double of what UDM is going to be. And a lot of people say that UDM is pretty expensive too. I agree. It's definitely more expensive than MikroTik. And you think of the tiers for prosumer type stuff or small business type stuff. And Meraki's definitely on the higher end of that tier too. But yeah, I haven't used it. I hear a lot of good things about it. I mean, Cisco wouldn't have bought it if they didn't think it was, a good solution, right? Cisco owns it, right? But yeah, I haven't. I'd love to know if people are using it at home. Sigor, I think Techno Tim does his virtually in Proxmox. Oh, not anymore. Not anymore. You missed out on that video. I'm running Juniper SRX. Haven't heard Juniper networks in a while. Nice. Techno still haven't left. I'm going right now, but no update as of now, sadly. Hopefully working on it right now. Hey, have a good day, dude. Thanks for stopping in, Techno. Always good to see you. Main, oh man, I gotta get your name down. Main Cooley Maiton. I'm working on an ESP32 IoT device that fetches monitor data from an API. Nice. I just have an issue with my ESP32. Does not have clock, so I have issues making a fetch every so many minutes. My idea was to pass HTTP header from an API to an IoT device that tells me to fetch again in X minutes, but I wonder if there's any predefined header for something that I could be used or similar. I don't think so. So HTTP headers, I mean, if you're doing this and you know about headers, it's kind of the Wild West. I mean, you have some standard ones, but after that, it's X dash whatever. And those are all your custom HTTP headers. I'd have to think about that. I don't know if there's anything in the header that might tell you that. You would almost have to have the server to tell you what time it is coming back in the header too, or in the response to say, try back in X minutes. It's now 4:21, and then the client would have to say, okay, it's 4:21. I'll set a timer. I know you don't have a timer, but in code you could, wait however many milliseconds that adds up to the next time. Might have to do some math, client side. I'm not aware. And not to say it's not there, just I haven't had to do that. And all the timers I set client side, it's usually a set timeout or something like that, depending on the code you're using, but they all kind of had the same idea. I know you said you don't have an internal clock to look at the time, but you might have to do date math. That's not date math. It might end up being date math if it rolls over into the next day, but time math for sure. Let me know. P. Diddy, cable, ETA is Monday, so hopefully I can play with them. I already have TrueNAS running and don't have a disk shelf connected, but I have two 500 gig SSDs. Oh, nice. I'm using for storage right now. Nice, man. Oh man, you just gave me so many ideas. Yeah, you just gave me so many ideas when you said that, because I don't have any SSDs yet in my disk shelf. I have a lot of empty spaces there, and not that I want to plug them with anything, but yeah, solid states in there would be awesome. Solid states are starting to come down in price for sure. They need to come down more and more, but I just picked up quite a few 1 terabyte ones, and I was just like, whoa, I was surprised at how affordable they're getting. I think they have a long way to go, but I think they know that people are, still willing to spend real money on them. And so I just hope they drop even more for large, high density ones. Yeah. That's how the downfall of the new layout on Unify. Yeah, it's interesting for sure. Home Lab New, yep, it's extremely annoying. Frankly, it's a symptom of Ubiquity's pure ADHD when it comes to everything they do. It's not a bug. It's not a bug. It's literally not a feature that exists. I'm happy with Ubiquity switches and APs, but their routers burn me forever. Yeah, you can still switch back. Yeah, I don't know what my return policy is on there. Did I meet it yet? Home Lab New, what's the TrueNAS bug? Oh yeah, you heard about it. Oof, that's bad. Hopefully they fix it soon. I agree. And so I called out one thing on TrueNAS only because like it impacts my life right now. I use that iSCSI for a lot, for video editing, for transferring videos, and so I depend on it. And I don't talk about, I guess, enough good things about it and all the other things it does great. I'm just so surprised that this one got this far. That's not top of the list because a lot of people use iSCSI on TrueNAS or FreeNAS. And I made the bonehead move of upgrading my Z-Pool because I was like, why wouldn't you upgrade your Z-Pool? Yeah, I want these new features. I have no idea what they do. And that burned me because now I can't roll back to a previous version of TrueNAS, well, FreeNAS. So anyways, I wish that I could. And next time it asks me to upgrade a Z-Pool, I got to say no. I got to say no. I have a hard time saying no to upgrades in general. When something's like, do you want to update? I'm like, yeah, I do. Big Sur, that might be one that I hold off on. Usually I'm pretty gung-ho about updates. Even Windows 10, the H20 update or whatever it is. I saw it last night. I'm like, yeah, I want it. I have no idea if I'll be able to stream tomorrow, but yeah, fill me up. And now with Big Sur on Mac OS, I don't know. I kind of want to work on Monday, I might do it anyways. We'll see. Oh wow, I already read that one. I would like to see a proper DNS tutorial by 9. Yeah, maybe someday. I'm not a huge DNS expert, but I might be able to research enough to at least scrape the top of it to help people understand. Because I understand that people use bind or bind 9, especially for, I think, all the Google devices that have DNS hard-coded. I think that's what a lot of people end up where it, I think it helps, even though I don't fully understand it. But yeah, Fathead, Intel Xeon all day. All right. Team Blue. Home Lab New. How does something like Bind 9 compare to something like Pi-hole? Yeah, that's a great question. That would be exactly what I would start to investigate in my video. So I don't have the answer to that. But yeah, I do think where I see people talking about, well, maybe I'm thinking of Unbound. But where I start to see where, I won't even go into it because I might be recalling this. But yeah, I need to know the answer to that too. Hey, Francis, you too. Okay, maybe this is something I look into. Fathead, same. I use Proxmox for lab dev. I use VMware in the business world. Nice. Daniel92 Chess. We use Proxmox with Seth as the backing VM storage for about 5 years now at work. Nice. There's 2 people I hear in the enterprise. All right. So far it's worked grand for us, other than one hiccup early due to malfunctioning RAM stick. Funny, you'll see. I was hoping to prevent that with my burn-in test and my memory test the other day, and I was like, do I really need to let this run for 2.5 days straight on 256 gigs of RAM? And it turns out, I think it's a good idea. I was like, I kind of want to do stuff on this server, and yeah. Anyways, that's tough because memory problems are hard to track down. Like it's like the last thing you think of. At least for me. Sorry, I'm chewing up this mint. Treadstone. So on Proxmox in the enterprise, we want to transition into HA, but doing it with Windows was going to be many tens of thousands. So we said, hey, we can still virtualize Windows Server, run our Linux machines, and do HA with Proxmox. The wallet is happy. Nice. Yeah, nice. All right, all these people, I love it. Mathny. I joined a Facebook group for Proxmox, and there are some people that does use Proxmox for enterprise. Nice, I love it. I love it. As soon as we start talking about this stuff, it comes out of the woodworks. I love it. Just like printers the other night. We won't get started on that. Penguin Airlines, storage stuff for Kubernetes, Portworx. Yeah. Yeah. TBD. TBD. But yeah, I do have some storage stuff coming that'll hopefully demystify some of the stuff that it's unclear right now with what to use or how to use it. But yeah, more to come. No route. There are guys that registered drop table companies in both Netherlands, UK. Yeah, that whole Bobby drop tables joke. I love it. I still laugh. Mafni, there's examples that one car plates too. There is examples for that on car plates too. I'm not tracking this one. Ooh, that one's tough. Tell me more. JD Techno, buffered memory is registered memory. All right. Yeah, so thank you for that. I was like, I know it's registered, but I'm not sure about the buffered part. So yeah, I guess they're one and the same. Thank you. See, I show my vulnerability all the time because I don't know it all, and I try not to pretend to. So, but yeah, thank you for that, JD Techno. Man, lots of techno names, techs in here. I love it. No route. Yeah, I remember about the guy registering the plate null. It led him to getting all the fines for cars which had no plates on the record. Oh, I see what you're talking about, the null for the plate name. Oh, that's awesome. Mafni, there was a guy who had null on his plate and he got sent all the tickets for offenders and no unknown address. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny, but at the same time not funny because think of all the stuff you would have to weed through. But it would be a good joke to tell. It'd be a story. I mean, be your claim to fame. Oh, let's see here. Mafni, I'm dyslexic and typing fast causes a lot of mistages. Hey, that's okay. I have mistages too when I talk, for sure. My brain thinks kind of out of order sometimes. I think of what the result is before I think about how to get there. And so maybe that's dyslexia, I'm not sure. But that's kind of how my brain works too. It is. Now that you say that, I say the result or the outcome and then work backwards from there. My wife is always just like, what? So it takes me sometimes 3 times to say a sentence. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's dyslexia. But I think here there are varying degrees of dyslexia. Anyways, Penguin Airlines, it's totally possible to forward your DNS, but sounds like you are also talking about DHCP. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is, and I can forward my DNS, but I also want then to be Pi-hole to be the system of record and create A records or whatever they are in my local DNS. I'm not a DNS expert, but yeah, because right now UDM will resolve it, and I think it resolves it from DHCP or from its host entry on that device, and then we'll forward it if it can't find it. But I just want all my DNS entries to be in Pi-hole. I basically want Pi-hole to be my full-fledged DNS system without it being my DHCP system. I mean, the only thing I can compare this to is, like Microsoft DHCP or Microsoft DNS, I can create, machines would get leases from DHCP and then register themselves in DNS. And they were 2 totally different systems. They should kind of line up for the most part if they've been online or whatever, or asked for a lease within a certain period of time. But that's kind of what I want. I want to be able to have my Pi-hole to be my system of record for DNS. And right now I feel like it's like split brain. Like, UDM's like, yeah, I don't have it. I don't know, and then Pi-hole's like, yep, got it. But sometimes, it's, but then, I don't know. I have to end up creating them if I want that. Whoa, what is going on? Oh, wow. All right, let's what was that all about? Hold on. What is going on there? That is so crazy. All right, anyways. Yeah, for sure. They are. Yeah. So weird. That is so weird. There we go. Took care of that. I have no idea. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right, took care of that. Anyways, took care of that. That's the first time I had to do that. Well, anyways, his chat spam didn't. I mean, it showed up there, but it didn't format well in on my video. So, anyways, took care of that. Let's see, Sigor, no problem. I'm not, but on mobile, so there's always errors from autocorrect. Mafni, mistakes. Also, English is not my first language. Hey, that's all right. That's fine. English is my first language, and I have a hard time speaking it myself. Francis, thank you for the answer. I tried to use By9, but I'll look into Pi-hole. It's kind of a complex topic, at least for me. Enigma proof, yeah. Yeah, I'll investigate. Because maybe I'm not doing it right. But I'm not a DNS expert either, for sure. The PC Geek, it's technically not supported for some power demand concerns to run a GPU on R710. The R720 supports GPU usage. Yeah, good call there too. Yeah, good call. Because my 710, I can't draw power from an external power source unless I do some heavy modification. I have to pull it all from the PCI Express slot. And so I purposely bought two cards that I could do that with, and that was the 1050 and the 1650. And really, only because I needed the encoder on those. So it's even less. So I was like, I don't want to draw external power, one, because I physically can't unless I modify the device. And then two, I don't want to draw that much power at idle. And then three, I only needed the NVENC encoder on there too. So yeah, good call. But the R710s are X8, aren't them? Yeah, fathead, they are. Absolutely they are. But you'll have a hard time, well, at least me, and at least what I've read on the internet, probably not true, but 8X is plenty of bandwidth. It's more than you think. And for me, I only use the encoder, so it's like way more than I could ever push through 16X for encoding this video stream. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's only 8X, which is why I had to modify my riser card and cut the back off the 8X so I can plug a 16X slot in. So one few modifications I've ever done on a server or even a desktop where I had to physically, do something that it wasn't meant to do. Because I'm always hesitant to do that. But I did on that for sure, and it worked out fantastic. It was a long process because I was scared to break it, and I didn't have another riser card, but I got it. And I got the process down too. It's not as intuitive as you would think, because you have your PCI Express slot, and you think like, oh, I just cut this hole, so I'll get my Dremel, and I'll just cut this back of the PCI Express slot like this. And you don't want to do that, because if you cut it like that, here, let's get a better representation. If you cut it like that, you'll end up cutting into some of the copper, pin grabber things. This is highly technical terms. Copper pin grabber things. And so what I ended up doing was, instead of cutting it like this, it's so counterintuitive, you just shave off the back of it like that. So you can just keep shaving off the back little by little by little until finally you break through that last piece of plastic that's, a millimeter thin. And then you can put a 16X slot card in there. But yeah. You also have Bobby tables. Yeah, for sure. Vermium, Seifel, I set up my new server. Nice. It's using a GTX 1050 Ti, 16 gigs of RAM, 8 cores, around 2 to 3 terabytes of storage. Was working like a charm as it's bent up. Also moved pfSense into it. Nice, yes, consolidating all this stuff. I love it. I love consolidating stuff and turning off all these old other devices and yeah, using your infrastructure. Awesome, congratulations, Seifel. Fathead, because the main is a 16X. Yeah, yep. And you can buy the 16X risers, but they're super expensive. Like, people know that, anyone buying this is doing something, that's worth money or wants it to be. And so, yeah, they're expensive. You can get 16X risers, but I think they were like a couple $100 or something ridiculous. And I was like, not doing that. I'm going to modify this one because I don't need a full 16X pipeline anyways. But yeah, hey, PC Geek, there's an 8X mod cutting the back off in the slots. Yeah, so the other half can hang out. Exactly what I did. And it works fantastic. You just got to be very, very careful. Fathead, I'm MSP, so I love Netbox. Nice. Sigor, that was me that posted the Network Chuck video on Discord. Thank you, Sigor. Rex Roof, I like Simple Note for simple note taking. I'll have to check it out. Rex Roof, I've seen lots of love for OneNote recently. Yeah, I was a huge OneNote user for a long time. I used it for a long time, and then like I switched off a lot of Microsoft products for whatever reason, and I kind of miss it. I kind of miss it because it is a fantastic note-taking app with rich editing capabilities, I guess I should say. But yeah, for sure, I should give it another look. I just kind of like things tied to my Gmail account, and I guess I can't, I have a Microsoft account, I have an Xbox, and so I guess I can't totally get off. Not that I want to, it's just like I hate worrying about that and hate worrying about this other email address that's sitting out there and all that stuff. Just another thing to be hacked. Not, just multiple accounts in general. Because with the Microsoft account comes a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think the OneNote is, Microsoft. Yep. Mathney, it was part of my bachelor's. It's on GitHub. Nice. P. Diddy. OneNote is MS. Yep, I used it a lot for work, for making guides for people. Yeah, I love, like I said, love OneNote for a long time. Nothing against it. I might need to check it out again. I just kind of don't want to use my Microsoft account for anything other than Xbox. I wish I could turn all the other stuff off. Rex Roof, using latest or any changing tag with Kubernetes and multiple nodes can make you end up with different versions on different nodes. It's never a good idea for a production environment. Wholeheartedly agree. Always pin to a version tag for sure. Yeah, especially with Kubernetes stuff. Yeah, you never want latest, unless YOLO. Main, Kuli, and Miten, I would love to use a 1050 Ti with some Windows and then buy a P4000 for Plex. Wow, P4000. Wow, that's a heck of a device, I think. I've seen 2000s and 2200s. Haven't seen a 4000 yet. Oh, I think their numbers get weird. Is a 4000 newer or older than a 2000? I can't remember. I thought the numbers got weird in there. But yeah. The nice part about if you go with Quadro, it can support unlimited amounts of transcodes, but there are also ways to around that on consumer grade cards like GTX and stuff like that too. Chicano back, hey, welcome back. I'm still here. PC Geek, wow, Nextcloud is way faster using the MariaDB host versus MySQL and Docker. Nice. PC Geek, do you mean the SQLite that's embedded, or just MySQL versus MariaDB? Curious. The turnkey Linux MariaDB LXC is super fast. Nice. Fusion Spy. I ran Meraki when Cisco used to give it out for free, AP, and when you went to their trainings, but really had to check it out. But at the time I was running Aruba and preferred them. Eventually I changed jobs. The discounts I was getting for Aruba went away, and I switched to Ubiquity for what it's worth. Nice. Yeah. PC Geek, you could use MQTT with ESP32. Sigor, I missed a video. Oh yeah, my network upgrade. Yeah. I'm not virtualizing my firewall, router, gateway anymore. Well, it's there. It's just not doing much for now. PC Geek, just realized one. Yeah, on WireGuard today. Yep, Sigor. Yeah, I saw that one, but apparently I missed the one with the firewall update. Oh yeah. Evil Jaws, looking to set up my home lab game. Oh, step up. All right. Looking to step up my home lab game. I'm looking at a Dell R720 to self-host a lot of stuff and run TrueNAS. What do you think about the 720? I think it's a fantastic device. It's a great value. If I could do it all over, so I bought a 710. If I could do it all over, I would have gone with the 720. And reason being is that because that device has 16x PCI Express slots, from what I recall. And it also has the power rails, or the power to be able to plug in those types of cards too. And the PCI Express is 3x. I think on the 710, it's 2x, or 2.0 versus 3.0. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if I were to buy today and it was between a 710 and 720, I'd probably personally go with the 720 for those reasons, because you get PCI Express 3.0, you get 16x riser card, And I think you get some external power that you can plug into the video cards. So if you're not doing any of that, and you know, it's going to be a device just for, you know, testing, building out networks, building out services, and just playing with it. And you're going to save a lot of money. I mean, 710 might be the way to go. But to be honest, if I could do it again, knowing now what I know then, and I had to do a do-over, yeah, I would get a 720. Depending on the price difference. Depending on the price difference, for sure. But don't get me wrong, I love my 710. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. I mean, like I said, I modified my device so that I could run 16x devices, but albeit only at 8x speeds, albeit only on PCI Express 2.0. But other than that, it's fantastic. I have zero complaints. I mean, yeah, it uses more power than something more modern, but you're gonna have that same problem with the 720. It's not even really a problem. It's just something you have to accept. So anyways, love mine, nothing against it. But if I had the choice today, you know, and the price difference between the two wasn't, you know, as marginal, I would totally go with the 720 for sure. Just because of those three things I mentioned. But yeah, let me know. P. Diddy, the way I have my storage plan is I have 24 2.5 bays connected to one controller on the R730 XD for TrueNAS. Oh my goodness, this sounds so awesome. I plan to use those for SSDs and use the disk shelf for only 3.5 drives in mass storage. Awesome. Yeah, I like that. I like where you're going with that, because the 24 2.5s, are you really gonna have that many SSDs? That'd be so sweet to just buy like a ton of, like, you know, 24, whatever, 128 gig ones, super cheap ones, $30 ones, and throw them in there and just have this huge array for whatever, for virtual machines or anything like that. That would be awesome. Anyways, awesome. It's very similar to what I'm doing too. My NetApp disk array is only, you know, slow moving, just mass storage stuff, you know, things you traditionally think about, you know, whatever. My video stuff, all of my documents, the things that are slow to change, where I don't care about performance. Well, I care about performance a little more than 24 megabit per second when I'm getting with my SCSI drive, but, you know, hey, but yeah, things I don't care about as far as storage or speed is concerned, and a little more redundancy too, right? For sure. Fathead, dude, thanks so much. 400 bits, dude, thanks so much, Fathead, dude. Oh man, blowing me up today, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. PC Geek, solid choice. Yeah, I totally agree. Lots of parts you can get on eBay cheap too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 720, absolutely. I think they're the way to go right now. And again, nothing against 710. I have a 710, works fantastic. And if you could save a ton of money, and you don't care about those three things I talked about on 710, 710 is also a fantastic choice too. Sorry, 1 second. Let's see here. Takano, my DNS solution is to have a Pi-hole pfSense DNS. So all devices are handed a Pi-hole DNS IP, then Pi-hole uses the pfSense DNS to be able to assign domain to IPs in the network. Let me think about this one a little bit, because it sounds like kind of what I want. My DNS solution is to have Pi-hole and pfSense DNS. So all devices are handed the Pi-hole DNS IP, then Pi-hole uses the pfSense DNS. Pi-hole uses, okay, to be able to assign a domain IPs in the network. I gotta think about that. All of the IoT net has any other DNS servers blocked, so they are forced to use it. Yeah, that sounds, I see what you mean. Yeah, but does that protect against like Google devices that have hard-coded 8.8.8.8 and 4.4.4.4? Because that's where I think Unbound or something else helps out. Where, yeah. And then I have so many thoughts going through my head because just things I've read on the internet, ways around that. I wish I could reroute every DNS request, so every port 53 request back to Pi-hole. And that would stop it dead in its tracks. Because, well, unless they go through secure DNS is 53 or something like that. And I mean, I think you can. I have never dove into that because then that would stop it in its tracks. Like any DNS request for 5353 just or 53, go back to Pi-hole, and like if Google devices are like, whatever, I'm not going to use your DNS. Well, sorry, you're not getting out to the internet. But yeah, Techno, all the IoT net stuff has other DNS servers blocked. Yeah, so they're forced to use it. Cat boots, wow, great lighting. Hey, thanks. You can control it too. Stick around for a little bit, earn 1,000 points, click one of the light bulbs at the button, you get to pick it. So I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. So I have a couple themes. You're able to choose it. Skull, hey, good to see you again. Hey, they're like just like that. Hey folks, how's it going, Skull? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Label printers are super expensive, Takano, and ink sucks except for if you use the tank banks printers. Hey, I got a label printer for you. I have a brother one that's like, it has a keypad and stuff built in, and you can cut off a label, and it uses heat. I forget what it's called, but it doesn't use ink. It uses heat to heat up the label, and there's probably a specific name for it that I can't think of it. But it's actually great. I can send it to you if you want, or just search Google Amazon for label printers, and you'll see it there. It's the brother one. It's fantastic. That's what I used to label my dish shelf. It worked out great. Penguin Airlines, love cool. Say no more. I'm excited for that one. Oh yeah. Chicano, drivers suck on everything for printers though. Yeah, they do. Oh, you're okay. So you're talking about a network printer. Mine's just a hand printer, label maker. But yeah, Zebra ones I've used in the past when I worked at a hospital. They worked out pretty good for I think patient labels and stuff like that. But again, it used heat instead of ink. But it might be more expensive. Arno FPS, Takano, why don't you get rid of Pi-hole and use PF Blocker? Yeah, that's, because a lot of people love PF Blocker if you're on PFSense. What cap is gold for me? Just prefer GUI, stats, and other, that zero reason. Yeah. I kind of agree too. That's where I lean towards it. Even when I had PFSense in place, it was just kind of nice. Nice experience for sure. Yeah, since they do the same thing, it's just a matter of GUI preference. Plus, I know how to maneuver my way around Pi-hole much better. Arno, yeah, GUI is much better than the Pi-hole. PF Blocker not only supports DNS-BL, but also IP blocklist, which is overall a bit better than DNS-only blocklist. Yeah, that's a good point for sure. Let me go down here in a little bit. What? Sorry, my scroll is kind of messed up. Weird. Okay, anyways. Penguin Airlines, yeah, again, totally possible. Google DNS Masquerade for your router. Okay. Google DNS Masquerade for your router. That's what I need to do. I think we're talking about DNS Mask. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, and this is preventing Google devices that have hard-coded DNS in them. Banana. Doesn't work yet. Yeah. Hey, Tim, I think you need a mod. Yeah, for sure. I'm getting to that point, PC Geek. I totally agree. At some point, the bot that I wrote won't be able to block everything. But fortunately, I mean, most of the people in here have been pretty well behaved. I mean, I think that spam episode was the first time I've ever had to ban anyone. And you could tell it was a bot account too, or at least the name. But yeah. But for sure, I'm gonna need a mod soon, and probably in Discord soon too, because man, it's growing. Because of you guys, it's growing more than I ever could have imagined. So yeah, at some point, yeah, I would definitely need some help for sure. Yeah, you guys are on it. Yeah, soon. Sure, mods would be helpful. Yeah, luckily, the community is pretty good. You guys are saying all the same. Man, we are on the same wavelength. PC Geek, they actually sell the modded risers on eBay. Someone became good at cutting them. Awesome. I wonder how much they sell them for, because I got pretty good at cutting them too. Once I understood the way you should do it, because I was going a lot of different ways on that one, and then finally I read some post somewhere where someone's like, cut perpendicular and just inch your way towards the slot instead of parallel with the slot. And I was like, that Oh, I see why. Anyways, Arno FPS, I had to mount my NVMe adapter with a cable tie because it's only in the upper PCI supply, supports bifurcation, and the 1U case doesn't expect a card in the first 8X slot. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm kind of running into some of the same stuff with some stuff you'll see here in a little bit too. Fathead, I only use network cards in my servers. LOL. Yeah, gotta love the 40 gig card. Oh man, I'm struggling just trying to get 10 gig going over here. MorphNet, you should create a VM or build hardware or for an OpenSense box. MorphNet. Yeah, it's a great question. Depends on how much complexity you want to take on. So it depends on a couple of things. One, do you want to take on that complexity of running your firewall router inside of your virtualization infrastructure? I did for many, many years because, so I'll talk about the goods, the pros and the cons. The pros was it was not another device running. It was on shared infrastructure that had a lot more redundancy than the one device itself. And then it was easier to swap stuff out. I could test Untangle, I could test, PFSense, I could test Sophos, XG Firewall, Smoothwall, you name it. I could test any firewall, swap it out real quick, swap it back if it didn't work, and no harm, no foul. The downsides are, though, there's a lot more complexity to manage, and it's not a ton of complexity. It's just, some virtual adapters and thinking that through, probably passing through an additional NIC, at least one, that will be connected to your ISP's modem. And then the other downside that, I rarely mention, that most of you probably know, is that when you reboot your server, you lose all internet everywhere, which, for me, for a long time, didn't really matter. I'm like, whatever, it'll be back in a couple of minutes. For my wife, not so much. And nothing, against anything. It was just like, you just don't expect the internet to be down in your house unless there's something really, really wrong. So anyways, so those are some of the things you'll have to think through. But I think if it's just you and you're okay with, hey, when I reboot my virtual server, which is rare, if you reboot, how often do you reboot Proxmox after you've got things stable? Rare. But, at the same time, when you do that, then you won't have internet. The other caveat to that then is that now your whole virtual infrastructure needs to be on UPS power or power backup. So you have to have some contingency plan for what happens if the power goes out for more than an hour. On a traditional router or even a low powered device that's going to run OpenSense or PFSense or name it, whatever, you could probably have a modest UPS hooked up to it and it'll run for 4 or 5 hours until the power comes back on, which would give you internet access for your home. If you're running in my server rack, there's no way. I get 10 minutes of power on my UPS. And, I've had times where the electricity has gone out here for more than 10 minutes, which means I didn't have internet access, which means I had to go scramble and get my old Linksys router out of a bin in my junk drawer bin. And hopefully it was still configured to get that going again. And then on top of that, I just burned out my UPS anyways. So now I can't have, my router being powered by the UPS because I just drained it from my servers. So anyways, those are things to think about and some of the things that, I accepted that for a long time. And so just recently with my latest network, I kind of moved away from that. But it's absolutely fantastic. Just keep those things in mind. How are you going to power that thing when you reboot your server? Your internet's also going to go down. And then what happens if the power goes out for longer than, 5, 6, 7 minutes? But yeah, for sure. It's super fun though. It's super fun and it gives you a lot of room for experimentation too. Let's see. Vermium, Seifel, do VM if you have really any considerations making it bare metal. Thanks, but you should be doing a video about IOMMU. Make a notice on the video so that you can pass through. But I think about setting up a PBS system at the side so that if the disk's broke, I have a PBS in another system. Yeah. Fathead, client had 20 server stack. The main was the vCenter. So it got 40 gig net card. Oh my goodness. The other 19 had 2 10 gig copper and 2 1 gig copper and 2 10 gig fiber. Oh my gosh, this is some crazy networking going on. PC Geek, MySQL container versus MariaDB. Nice. So this is just 1-to-1. Awesome that you got that much performance boost out of just switching over. Mango all the way, Fathead. I think you mean Mongo. Maybe, unless Mango is a different database. But yeah, Mongo all the way. All right. NoSQL. We don't need NoSQL, right? No, I'm kidding. I do a lot of stuff in Mongo too. My personal stuff. PC Geek, you're right. There is a GPU upfit kit for the 720. Nice. Treadstone 720 is still dope, but I got two 730s and wouldn't look back. With two machines, I could go up to 88 cores. Jeez, see, I'm not even informed enough to know what I get from a 730 that I don't get from a 720. I know what the next up for me was a 720, and at the time when I bought them, it was a lot more expensive. But yeah, because when the 720s came out, the GPU and the servers became more popular. Yeah, for sure. What did you think about the Xeon E2288G for me as a beginner, Linux Tux? I don't know enough about that CPU. I'd have to look into it. But I would say if it's cheap and you're a beginner and it gives you enough threads or cores, has a decent amount of cache. I mean, all of these things are going to be on a Xeon processor, right? You know, you're going to have, you're going to get your VTEX and your VTD. You're going to get some, decent size cache on that CPU. You're going to get, IOMMU support, which I mentioned with BT-D. And so, and you're going to have decent amount of cores and threads. So I think any Xeon is fantastic for a beginner because it's a lot more than you get from most desktop class processors, especially the value too that you're probably going to get. But yeah, because why not? P. Diddy, I don't plan for 24 to be used, but it means that I can stick with just 500 gig or 1 terabyte drives that are cheaper than needing to worry about more expensive, larger drives. Yeah, for sure. You have room to grow for a long time, and that's awesome. Takano, yep, since the DNS would just be redirected to Pi-hole. Nice. PC Geek, you can, Tim. This is probably about DNS, I think, because now we're in DNS conversations. Penguin Airlines, it should. I think he's masquerading DNS like me. Nice, yeah, I got to check it out. You could set up a DNet rule on the gateway. Thank you. Yep, you can. It's using NAT rules. I did that for my guest VLAN. Nice. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Yeah, point me to some docs on that because I'd love to kind of set that up, especially for my IoT VLAN for sure. Because who knows what they're doing, and I don't want them doing whatever they're doing. I mean, they're kind of having their own IoT party right now on the IoT VLAN. But I kind of want that party to be over. I mean, I've limited the party and pushed it over there, so I don't have to worry about it happening, on my main VLANs. But now I want to kind of, squash their party a little bit more and not let them get out to whatever DNS they want to. I was originally going to do some isolation stuff too, but I realized that it's almost impossible to isolate those individual devices while still having access to some of them too. It's tough. Show me for sure. I'd love to see it. Takano, all right, I'll post it over in Discord. Thank you. Takano, 7.4 channel points. Yeah, 7.4K. All right, you're burning them. You need to get back up to 10K. PC Geek, that a P-Touch. Thermal printing. Oh, okay, about the printer. Yeah, thermal printer. Thank you guys. I was like, it uses heat. Takano, I have the exact same one except for Dymo one. Need one that can print barcodes. All right, thermal printing. Yes. Yeah, the only time I've ever done anything like that, I have Zebra printers. So I'm sure there are plenty of other good ones out there, but it wasn't even me purchasing it. It wasn't even my money. So it was a company buying it. But yeah. Brother P-Touch, yeah, thermal printers. All right, I won't go too far on printers. We saw how that turned out last time. Everybody has a love-hate relationship with printers. The downside is the thermal is that sometimes the paper's costly. Yeah, if they don't get you on ink, they're getting you on the labels, between ink and thermal printing. Oh no, the chain reaction has started. What have I done? I think so too, yeah. I was looking at some Dymo thermal desk printers for barcodes. You could just buy different sizes of paper. Nice. Slay Toasty. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. How you doing? Takano, surprisingly not a bot account. I checked and they had streamed for like 5 years ago or something. Yeah, maybe it's just like a less used account. Yeah, I don't know. That stuff's not cute. But thank you for checking. They won't be back, at least not on that account. Sorry. Techno, honestly thinking of going to 40 gigs soon. Switches are also pretty cheap. Only around 5K-ish. Oh my gosh, that's cheap. I mean, it's probably cheap for the capability to get, but man, I don't have 5K laying around. But yeah, pretty awesome. I need to still get up to 10 gig. Might do some 2 gig here soon. We'll see. P Diddy only. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Sigor could still be a bit using unintended channel. Could still be a bot using an unintended channel. Yeah. Only. Yeah, I totally agree on the only. I see how it is. If you go 40 gig, go Juniper. Nice. Hook up a Peloton bike and start paddling. Yes. Yeah, but at the same time, man, those are pretty expensive too. Vermium Seifel, how has your day been? Oh, my day's been fantastic. Started out a little tired. Yeah, this is all boring stuff, but I don't think I fell asleep till 3:30, almost 4 o'clock last night, just because I was thinking about so much stuff. Woke up a little late, and then just been preparing for tomorrow, which is part 3 of my next video, but it's all in one, but I've broken it up into 3 parts. So yeah, just super busy, but fantastic. Every time I get on the stream, I get super re-energized, and because of you guys, and it not only re-energizes me during the stream, but for the rest of the day. So it's like a jolt of lightning. So I appreciate it. Thank you. P Diddy gifted a tier 1 sub to Slay to Stay, dude. P Diddy, dude, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, 28 gifted subs, man. Oh, thank you so much, dude. Man, you are out of control. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Slay to Stay, appreciate or enjoy the gifted sub from P Diddy. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Johan 0970. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Fathead. Wow, 10. I'm good for like 5. Penguin Airlines. Haha. If my homeland was powered by me, Peloton, on a Peloton, then I'd be winning some Olympic medals. Yeah, I totally agree. Fathead. But I'm running 4 710s. A 1950 with an SRX modem and a 48 port PoE switch. Oh man, yeah, that must be nice. It's funny, I thought when I bought my 24 port switch, I'm like, sweet, I'm set for years. Nope, nope, because now I want to do more stuff with it. Anyways, I have 1U left. We'll see what gets that 1U underneath a lot of my networking equipment. Doubt it's going to be another PoE switch, but it could be another switch in general. But then again, it's like, man, I don't know. I need to do some inventory. I need an inventory management system for all my ports in my house. Did a terrible job at labeling my ports in my house. It was just me with a laptop in one, and then going downstairs and pinging it on the other, and then never writing any of this down. Well, yeah, I realized now I should have wrote some of this stuff down, but I was just so excited to have a network in my home. P Diddy, same, nice. 4X R710s and a 1950, you don't need a heater, yeah. When this baby hits 88 cores, you're gonna see some serious, yeah, I love the Back to Future reference. Yes, yeah, 88 miles per hour, love it. One of my most favorite movies of all time, Back to the Future. I love part 1. I even love part 2. Part 2, I think, proves to me that sequels can be almost as good as the original. And the same with Karate Kid. 2 of my favorite movies of all time. And Karate Kid 2 almost shows that, sequels can be good as well. Sophomore albums don't have to be terrible. And I think our, sequels. And I think both Back to the Future and Karate Kid both prove that. That's just me. Fathead, I live in a shop. It lives in a shop, so not my home. It just heats the shop. Hello, yeah. And the shop pays for the electricity. Wait, that's your business though. Vermium Seifel, what's the most difference between AdGuard Home and Pi-hole? Other than the name. I don't know. I haven't used AdGuard. So, you know, I think they're both trying to accomplish similar tasks, but I don't know the difference between the products because I haven't used them. It's a great question. I might have to look into it. I thought AdGuard, though, was a service that you subscribe to. Could be wrong, that you just point to. But I might be wrong. I don't know if there's a self-hosted solution for that or not. Takano just sent the networking channel going to find the tutorial I followed. Thank you. Neuralinks for IoT. Be wary. Some of them hard code DNS servers. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, especially the Google stuff. Yeah, we're trying to fight that right now. Basically, redirect all port 53 requests to back to our own DNS. That would be awesome. Slatest Day, hey, first time to catch your stream. Just built a home lab a few months ago and your videos are a great help. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, how's it going? What'd you add? Yeah. P. Diddy, what is this? Someone not subbed? Yeah, man, you're going crazy, dude. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Fathead, dude, gifted a tier 1 sub to MemCon. Dude, thank you so much. Dude, you guys are going crazy today. I never would have imagined there would be all this activity today. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Fathead fixed. Yep. Thanks, man. P. Diddy got paid Friday. Penguin Airlines. Homeland new. Whoa, yeah. Takano now he used all of his money. Yeah. My company let us use daily pay. Yeah. We get paid every day. Oh, that's neat. I've never experienced that. Yeah. Homeland new cries. Interest never accrued. Yeah. P. Diddy, we get paid bi-weekly, but you can take out a certain amount as we want, as you earn it. That's interesting. Yeah, I've seen that come up the last couple of years. Never experienced it, but it sounds interesting for sure. Takano, you should make an organization channel. Seems like that a rack table would work for you. Wait, you should make an organization channel, but seems that rack tables would work for you. Oh, you just like an organizer channel that we talk about how to organize things? That sounds interesting. Throw a lot of stuff in there. Neuralinks, any good off-the-shelf inventory management tool? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Rack tables or just that in general. Yeah, Takano's done a lot of digging so far. We'll see. Mine too, love all three. Hey, I'm Frizzy. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Penguin Airlines, that's why you should try Netbox. You can even track rack diagrams based on the documentation you build and even include the color of the cables. That's awesome. That's awesome. Is it a tech company? Yeah. P. Diddy, I second organization channel. Good place for printer talk. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, if you guys want it, yeah, for sure. If it's going to get used, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I would. That sounds fantastic because I love ways to organize stuff. You don't want to see my desk or my mini junk drawers or my junk drawer annex drawers. Like my junk drawers have junk drawers. I have junk drawers. So yeah, I need some of this in my life. Same here, dude. We love the same movies. All right, yeah. Little Back to the Future 2 and Karate Kid. Or Back to the Future and Karate Kid, 2 favorite movies of all time. For me personally, I've seen them both 50, 60 times. Org channel. Neuralinks, Takano, looking at a part keeper, which is pretty decent, just lacks support for serial numbers. Yeah. And there's no Snipe It, which is for asset tracking. No retail chain, but work on the corporate side. No, a retail chain, but work on the corporate side. Nice. Netbox is a great tool to dock the network. Yeah, you guys are loving this. I should check it out too. Vermium Seifeld, AdGuard is a self-hosted solution, which is more modern than Pi-hole. Oh, it's also yada. Hey, I'll check it out then. For some reason, I was thinking it was like one of those services where you sign up for their DNS service and you can manage it that way. Just like OpenDNS. That's what I was thinking. I'll have to check it out. Fermion Seifel, have seen it. Might be something to look into. Yeah. Takano secretly using P. Diddy's, using his company credit card. Oh man, yeah, they're gonna get rejected pretty soon. The Destroyer, Greg, hey, sounds dangerous. Yeah, it does for sure. Don't make that public. Takano for sure will be used. Already found many different softwares to use it. Yeah, P. Diddy. We got a peek at your desk from the WireGuard video. It looks messy in those 5 seconds. Yeah, for sure. Looking at Netbox looks cool, pretty cool. Yeah, P. Diddy, it was. And there was like my glasses cleaner. It's like, I don't remember. It's some lint thing that I got a long time ago with a free product, or came free with the product I bought. And every time I see that pink, and people are like, what is that? Because sometimes it'll be hanging out of my backpack and people are like, those underwear? Yeah, anyways, yeah, it was kind of messy, but I was like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, I'm just going to show it because otherwise it would have been like a half a second clip of just like me pointing the camera up there. A lot of wires right here. So you saw the shot of this down here and it's just, it's insane. I don't know a better way of doing it though. I guess I could get, you know, wire cable management so that the lines are straight, but nothing will stop the amount of wires I have to have here. I could make them look better though. Even twisty tie them together or Velcro them, bind them up. Yeah. But yeah, pretty messy. I agree. But some of my stuff's a little more raw. I just roll with it because life is. Home Avenue, it is awesome. Takano, we have a Part Keeper, Netbox, Snipe It, ERP Next, Odoo, rack tables, and probably forgetting some. We just need to keep talking. He's almost caught up. Yeah. Type faster, more height. Hide the cables behind the desk. I could, but like I have like this. Yeah, I'll start to show you. Like, you know, charge my phone, plug in my headphones, my Android device. You know, mouse. Then I had this Wacom tablet, adapters, HDMI. You know, I just have so much stuff. And you don't want to see the underside of my desk because it is, I bought this cable basket to thinking it would help me manage the wires, and it did, but all it did was allow me to put more wires in there. So I have full on 3 or 4 surge protectors that are underneath my desk in this basket. I'm probably exceeding the weight for the stand-up desk. Anyways, yeah. I need to get it under control. Or show it less. And then, you know, camera, wires, lights, wires. You know, yeah, it's out of control. But I should. Maybe if we get that organizer channel, we can work with that. And so this organizer channel, is this just for virtual systems or physical systems too? Physical systems too? Yeah. I'm liking this. I'm liking this idea. Get the hype train. 3D print some cable holes for those bad boys. Yeah. I have a hard time managing the cables on my desk too. Yeah, it's tough. Takano would also have cool to have a channel just dedicated to a list of software for different uses. Kind of hard to explain. I'll send you an example in Discord. No, I totally agree. Basically like a what I use, you know, how people say the old thing on blog posts is like what I use, and they'll talk about what they use. Cause I used to do that too. Cause people would always ask me, what software do you use for this? Maybe it's just software, you know, or something, or solutions. I don't know. Cause people used to ask me that all the time. What do you use for this? What, you know, basically asking for recommended software, just like Alternative 2, right? Which is a pretty awesome website. Well, I think, if you ever want to find an alternative to stuff, I just go to alternative.2 and type it in. Or you just Google alternative 2 file. Not that we want one. And then they're usually high on SEO because that's their name. But yeah, I totally agree. I think this is awesome. It's awesome. Solutions or software. You guys tell me what it is in Discord. We don't have to figure it out now, but yeah, let me know in Discord somewhere. What you want the channel to be and say, and well, I'll make it happen for sure. And I'll make it happen today. I won't wait forever, like renaming our infrastructure channel and then spelling it wrong. I have a hard time managing cables on my desk too. Yeah, it's super, yeah, it's tough, especially like when you have things that need to be at arm's length just in case. Because I don't have drawers on my desk, so there's nowhere to put stuff now. But yeah. Destroyer of Greg, yeah. You can get it, just have to get motivated on it. Yeah, I totally agree. Anything physical too, I assume. Yeah, I like this. And using the same monitors, yeah. Could you make a video about your house, like showing how you live, and what's smart, and so on? Vermium, maybe? Oh, my back. Maybe, possibly. Yeah, I mean, I've done some smart home upgrades, all the, you know, a lot of typical ones. Nothing too atypical, you know, lights, switches, plugs, ceiling fans I converted to smart. Yeah, I guess I have done a little bit, but it's nothing too, well, yeah, maybe someday. That's an idea too. But it's not going to be like, you know, a huge reveal. Like it's not like, you know, it's pretty modest, smart. But I do have an old home too. So it's been interesting trying to make an old home, like this was built in 1920, smart. especially with a boiler. Like we have boilers here in Minnesota, a lot of people do. So I have 3 zones and separate AC. So I have lots of thermostats because they can't control the same one. So yeah, lots of different stuff. Yeah, maybe sometime. Poor Google knows it all. Yeah, Techno, for cable management, I have cable raceways. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. It's those little like like a puck that has the divots in it, I think. What's in the infrastructure channel? Well, it's just general infrastructure, I guess. I mean, anything you can think of from, I don't know, racks to cabling to UPSs to whatever. It was a home lab channel, but I'm like, this whole entire Discord stuff is mainly about home lab, so I wanted to find a different use for it. And someone recommended it, and I said, yeah, let's go for that. And operating systems too, because operating systems is one where people like don't know where to post this stuff. You know, if they want to talk about Linux, Windows, whatever, there's not a great place to just talk about that other than general. And general can be used for anything really. So I wanted a place to just kind of bundle a lot of infrastructure type stuff there. House tour sounds kind of sketch. Seems kind of invasive. Yeah, that's why I was like, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's nothing special here, but yeah. Techno, I think I bought a pack of 10 for $20. Nice, and a ton of it. All right. Are your thermostat smarts? Absolutely. Yeah, they are. I actually have 1, 2, 3 thermostats because my boilers have different zones, and each zone. I mean, it's not zones like if you think of in the UK, it's like you can control individual rooms. Mine's like upstairs, downstairs, basement. And then on top of that, my AC is separate. So yeah, it's interesting trying to figure that stuff out. Yeah, nests, yep. Could we get a cloud channel? Oh man, cloud channel? All right. Possibly, because that is good. That is something we don't have now. I just don't want to go pre-optimized, you know, and then just have, you know, channels that have one comment in them. But absolutely, yeah, I think that's good. I'll check it out too. Got to go. Thanks for the stream. No problem. HomeLab New. Hey, Neuralinks, thanks for being here. HomeLab New. I know it's not quite HomeLab per se, but a lot of people use this sort of hybrid cloud for their infrastructure. Yeah, for sure. Linux Tux. Bye. It's after midnight. Got to go offline. Linux Tux. Thanks so much for being here. Birmingham Seifel. Cool. Mafni. I thought you meant a YouTube channel. I brain-farted there for a while. No. Destroyer Greg, Velcro is clutch. You can do it as trays as well. I run a tray along the back of my desk and push all the wires back there to hold them. Nice. Yeah, I just bought a big strip of Velcro too. I should probably take advantage of it. To kind of just make all the channels. Yeah. I don't want to go too wide, but absolutely, if we need them, I'll put them there. If they're going to be used, absolutely, for sure. The other reason why I like channels too is because some of that content's longer lived, you know, and if we always use general for everything, which absolutely you can, then it's like, okay, well, I talked about a cloud offering, right? And then all of a sudden, like that gets buried in general, and then someone who might visit the cloud offering, hey, would see that if we had that channel. It's basically, I want to use channels like long-lived hashtags, basically like hashtags on Instagram. That's what I think distro channels should be once you get so big. But anyways, P. Diddy, dude. Gifted Creepinson, a sub, dude. Thank you so much, Creepinson. Hey, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. P Diddy, dude. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, 29 subs. That's crazy. Where were we? Oh man. I got you. If it fits better into infra, then it works too. Yeah, no, I'm all game. I'm all game for whatever you guys want, right? Because it's your channel too, or your server too. Creepson, hi, I'm a few hours late. LOL. Yeah, hopefully you got your CI/CD stuff going, man. I know it seems pretty daunting, but hopefully you got that stuff going, man. Hope you're doing well. I think you changed your name on Discord too, or no, you might have changed it a few times. I thought it was Theo at some point. Anyways, hope you're doing well. Takano, 128 gig Samsung micro SD channel. Only talk about 128 gig Samsung micro SD. Yeah, and then we'll need one for the Evo too, because like you know they have different variations of that card too. Oh man. Destroy Greg, spreading yourself thin is a huge issue though. Tim is blowing his mind trying to keep up with chat right now. Imagine trying to do that over and over with many different sources. Yeah, I learned I'm figuring out how to manage it. All this stuff I'm figuring out. Like, you know, I wasn't doing this stuff 9 months ago, so I'm still figuring it out. But I appreciate your empathy there. Birmingham Sci-Fi, could I get some ideas about what to do in my home lab other than your videos? That's tough. You know, I have a couple of videos that are idea videos, just throwing ideas out there, but I run into the same thing as you sometimes. Like, I'm like, I want to do more stuff, and it's hard to find the more stuff, you know? So that's a good, more stuff. Something I do, now, so obviously I have the, whatever, 20 things video on ideas basically for your home lab. That's a good starter, right? You might pick up something in there that you weren't doing before. The other thing I do is I always peruse linuxserver.io, because they have like 50, 60 images, Docker images that they maintain and manage. And I just peruse that. I'm like, okay, what do these things do? What is it doing? What need does it fill? You know, what problem is it trying to solve? Is that something I want to do? So I read that like, you know, like it's the newspaper. Not that I read the newspaper, but you know, and so sometimes I go through that. So that's a good place to go too. You know, a lot of those services I use, obviously, because I make videos about them, and then I refer you to there because they make great images. That's another thing too. You know, and you guys probably know the you know, Home Lab subreddit, Home Labity or Home Lab is a fantastic place to get ideas or inspiration. There's also the Home Lab Master Race, which is if you want to like blow your mind on people's custom home labs. Data Hoarder is pretty good, but obviously it's going to be scoped to data hoarding stuff. Self-hosted subreddit's another good one, right? You'll learn about more services or things that people are trying to do. So those are the things that I pay attention to when I want to be inspired. Yeah, kind of that. Hope that helps, Birmingham Sci-Fi. Looks like you're getting paid by the minute at this rate. Oh yeah. P. Diddy, seeing how I'm working right now, kind of, yeah. Oh my gosh, 2 screens on work, 1 screen on the stream. Oh my gosh, 20 VM container. Takano, gotta watch even more Hell's Kitchen episodes, binge watching them. Yeah. P. Diddy, right now I'm typing a guide so people will call me less, but no one will read it. Yeah. Birmingham Sci-Fi, I know one more user like the Linux server, need to find it. It's a very good source, and also to have VNC apps also. Nice. Mankula, I need to help me out with pronouncing your name because I would love to, even if there's a shortened way to pronounce it, but I'll try again. Mankuli Packer is also a really nice tool too. It helps you automate VM installs and build your own images. Awesome. P. Diddy, my manager said it would be a good idea. He didn't realize this 6 months ago. Yeah, I love Hell's Kitchen. I do too, because you get to see, there's a lot, there's something in there for almost everyone, you know. Birmingham Sci-Fi, this is a good source like Linux server. Yeah. Sorry, links are blocked, but you can, yeah, for sure. Home Lab new. This was my primary source of entertainment this lockdown, yeah. Mafni. After I'm done with my exams, I will try to containerize my small website and weather station. Nice. Weather station. That sounds super interesting. I'd love to be able to do something like that someday. Takano, same here. Still working through a couple episodes. Yeah. And I saw someone had an image for it. Nice. Whereas everything HashiCorp does quite cool. Yeah, for sure. Destroy Greg. May cool be my tin right now. Oh, here we go. May coolly my tin. May coolly my tin. All right, I'm going with that. May coolly my tin. I'm going with that. Takano, I was planning on making some docs for an arcade build at school. Left at school, machine stayed there, and then I was reinventing the wheel, so I gave up. Yeah. Penguin Airlines, love HashiCorp. Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Ma-ain ku-le mi-tan. Ma'ing kuli mitan. Oh man, I'm still. I'll work on it. Next time you get here, next stream, you'll definitely be. I'll have it pronounced properly for sure. And speaking of next stream, yeah, I do kind of wrap it up. Oh my gosh, Like the last time I looked at my watch, it was an hour ago. This has been a fantastic stream. Fermi and Sci-Fi had a good video idea how to organize file servers. Yeah, for sure. I know. Virtually organizing is just as hard as physically organizing stuff for me. At least with virtually, it's kind of almost endless. You have endless possibilities, but yeah. Oh my God. AKA, I don't hear anything. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look up how to pronounce it for sure. Classic Finland. You guys, man, today was so fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks for joining. Fantastic stream. I really appreciate, man, all of you guys being here and coming into the stream energized. It helped energize me, and also having so many things to talk about. There were so many different topics. I think I have, let me count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bullet points. This is the most bullet points I've ever had. Oh my gosh, and P. Diddy. Oh, P. Diddy, dude. And ends with a gifted sub again. Dude, thank you so much, P. Diddy. Lee Stefano, enjoy a gifted sub from P. Diddy. Dude, thank you so much. Man, like today was so crazy, but crazy in a good way. When I say crazy, I always mean good. Maybe that's not the right word for it, but I really appreciate it. You guys are so awesome. Yeah, just thank you so much for being here, being a part of the community, and man, energizing me. Today was a fantastic stream, and there was just a ton of activity, tons of subs, bits, follows, but also a lot of great conversation, a lot of fantastic ideas, a lot of new things for me to look into too, which I really appreciate, so I can, improve what I know about things and try to speak intelligently about them next time. So I really appreciate it. Lots of new people are here too in the stream, so I really appreciate it. If you're new here and you want to continue the conversation, it doesn't have to be now. To kind of know, he knows my segue. It doesn't have to end here. It can continue in Discord, and you can continue to connect with a lot of people here in this channel. A lot of these names, majority of the names are people that I see in Discord all the time too. So if you're new here and you want to hang out and chat about stuff and post about stuff and learn about more stuff that we talked about in this stream, you're absolutely welcome to join the Discord. To kind of linked it there. If for some reason you didn't see it or you forget to do it, you can always come back to my channel, and it should be down below too in the about section. So I really would love you for you to join. So anyways, hey Sotos, hey, hello from Greece. How's it going? I'm cutting it. I'm cutting this one short though. Thank you so much. Man, you guys are awesome. Hopefully I'll have something for you. Well, what am I talking about? Hopefully it's not Thursday. I will be back on Tuesday. And I'll be on Discord and Twitter. So I really appreciate it. Dude, thank you guys so much for today's stream. It's fantastic. I really appreciate it. Dude, and P. Diddy ending with a, oh my gosh, gifted subs, Sotos. Non-sub for, yeah. Sotos, so, yeah. Man, so crazy. P. Diddy, oh man, dude, thank you so much. Sotos, yeah, enjoy the gifted sub from P. Diddy. Oh man, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic Saturday. Have a great rest of the week. Also be safe. Things are, getting crazy out there. So just be safe and be safe. So I really appreciate it. And also, yeah, thank you so much. And as always, be good to each other, guys. Take care.